Hello guys, just going to do a quick audio test before we start. Flight sim's behaving today, hopefully. We've managed to load in at least. Hello guys, welcome to the stream. You might notice that the little I actually forgot to activate the little start sequence that happens there. I didn't want you guys to wait an extra 2 minutes, so instead of having it fade in and switch through all those screens, may as well just keep it on that one. Yeah, forgot to switch. I was looking around the scenery and making sure I parked in the right place. I parked over in the cargo apron. I'm wondering if the stand might be a little small for this thing, but I don't know, it's where the cargo is, so I think we're on stand. I'm going to move, actually, a little bit along. I can't actually guess. Unfortunately, the gate numbers are slightly wrong in this scenery, in comparison to what they're like in real life. And these gates look very small for this plane. I have to be honest, they look very, very small. Apparently these are some cargo ramps over here. I'm not even sure those are real stands now in real life. Yeah, there is. This scenery is slightly out. There's no ATC in Dublin, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to spawn back to the T gates, and hopefully we're okay. This stand looks way too small for a 777, but I don't know. This is probably the best stand we've got. This is stand 417, I believe. 417. It should be. Oh, it's slightly in the wrong place. I think it's some of the stands aren't actually existing. It's slightly out of date, the scenery, which is the reason. Stand. I'm trying to go off. Here you go. Stand 413. I'm guessing this is. Yeah, about 413, 414. This. So we'll go ahead and connect onto the network. Skyways 7563. And course, and we are a 777 F. Today, flying our way down to Luxembourg. Can't wait for this flight. It should be pretty good fun. Started about 15 minutes early today, if any of you were wondering. It's because I am actually busy a bit later on today, so I thought may as well start 15 minutes earlier. No ATC currently here in Dublin. I'm actually, Tower have literally just come online right this second, so that's perfect. And then after that, we have London, full control over London, and then Brussels, that also control Luxembourg. They control Luxembourg and Belgium. And then we have Luxembourg approach as well. So hopefully we'll have some pretty full ATC today. There is now an ATIS as well. Runway in use is runway 10, so that's perfect. Yeah, literally just in the last 2 minutes, an ATC has just connected, which is absolutely lovely. Reference airport is Dublin. Before we do anything, just want to go ahead and make sure everything, get the ADIRUs getting set up while we do our weights and whatever. So we'll go to FS actions and we'll get our payload up for today. Obviously, this being a cargo aircraft, we just do it off 0 fuel weight, and that gets us the best. Obviously, 174.2 we're looking for today. 174.2, so we're not that heavy. Only 30% today, so we're really not heavy. Fuel is going to be 17,294. So not much fuel either, only 12%, so we're very empty here today. Ground connections, that's all good. We just want to go on the doors page now then, and open this door, and open that door, and make sure all the cargo doors are already open. And we'll go ahead and request boarding from GSX, and that should be all good. We'll use, let's go ASL, why not? Any cargo is really good enough, isn't it? I don't really mind which one we end up with, but there we go. That can just be stowed away now, this FMC for now. Lag as GSX loads in, and we'll get the ADIRU aligning. That will take 7 minutes. So meanwhile, we'll get this onto the route page actually, and get everything plugged in, and then we'll go ahead and request clearance. And this can go onto the progress page right away. Right, we'll go ahead and request clearance then. We'll tune 118.6 now. 118.6, and I will get my pen and paper. We have, let's grab the 80s quickly. We have Information Hotel at 11:30. ILS runway 10 in use. 050 degrees, 7 knots. Clouds scattered 700, broken 900, broken 7,000. Temperature 18. QNH 1015. Okay, let's go ahead and get that in there then. Hello in the chat. And that is it. We'll go ahead and tune. We're already on tower actually, so we'll go ahead and give them a call. First people we're going to be contacting are London Control 127825, who are acting as London North today, and London West, so 127825, because all the other centres are actually online. It's very busy in terms of controlling today, which is nice. And to get everything all prepped then, we can go ahead and call. When's the next BeamNG video? Oh, I might have to do another one then. I don't know, I haven't done any videos for a while, but in terms of that sense. But yeah, maybe I'll have to record one. I'll have to wait until, yeah, maybe I can record a few videos. Dublin Tower, Skyway 7563, Type 777 Freighter, Information Hotel. Request IFR to Luxembourg, please.
Skyway 7563, Dublin Tower, good afternoon. You're cleared to Luxembourg via the Liffey 2 Echo departure. Runway 10, your squawk 6621.
Cleared Luxembourg on the Liffey 2 Echo, runway 10, squawk 6621, Skyway 7563.
Skyway 7563, your reback is correct, report and ready.
Right, all good. 6621. There we go. And we can get on with our route now. So what we want to do, we'll go ahead and click route request, and that'll get our route in there. I'll just check it's correct. Obviously I have uploaded our flight today along with the flight plan to PMDG wind uplinks and PMDG the aircraft itself. Yeah, very cloudy here in Dublin. Obviously we're taking off. The weather down in Luxembourg, I'll have to have a look at that now. We'll go ahead and load that and make sure that's working. There's no ATIS down in Luxembourg, despite the fact that there's ATC. Just loading the flight now. But yeah, it's mad how much ATC is online today. There's plenty, so hopefully we get lucky and they stay online. I don't know, there must be, I think there's an event on between Luxembourg and Gatwick. There's an insane amount of planes that are doing that route for some reason. Although it doesn't seem quite right, but UKV 7563, and we'll go ahead and activate that route. Just check the route's correct, so Liffey, Epoxy, Big, Conan, Rember, and all the airways are correct. Perfect. Departure can be runway 10, and we'll be taking the Liffey 2 Echo. Execute that. And arrival, right, planning ILS 24, but I'm just going to quickly check the weather. The weather is 200 at 9 knots, so it's definitely going to be, almost certainly going to be a runway 24, so it's going to be ILS 24. Let me just get the star right. It's going to be the Rember 3 Kilo. How many stars? Rember 3 Kilo. And it's going to be the Delta India Kilo transition. There's a number of them listed there. We'll just use number 1, I guess. And that's all looking fine. Flown into Luxembourg a few times before now, so I do know what it's all about. The packs can come on because they're automatic in this plane, so they will turn off for engine start on their own. And for now, well, we've got seatbelt signs. I don't know what use seatbelt signs are in a cargo plane, but whatever, I guess. Perf in it now. Where is it anyway? Perf in it. Here you go. Cruising at flight level 410 today. That is correct. Cost index is 90, and our fuel rate is 174.2. So we can go and accept that then. Plane's got it right. We're going to do a D rate. Well, this thing is very. We're not heavily loaded, but it is not the longest of runways. So I'll probably do a D rate of 1 and then a D rate of 2 on the climb, because this thing climbs way too quickly. Especially on low fuel like this. It's going to be probably a flaps 5 today. We're not that heavy, so we won't get our V-speeds actually until this is finished, until the ADIRU is finished, so I'll wait for that. But route data, we'll go ahead and load in the winds, because that obviously this thing has already done that, so we'll go ahead and execute that. And then the descent forecast is also ready, so I may as well do that, so we'll go ahead and load that. And just want to make sure the transition level down in Luxembourg is 4,500, so I'll make sure that's in there. And all fine, it is perfect, and that's all loaded. And then we want to head to VNav again, just check our transition altitude for Dublin now as well, which I believe is actually 5,000. Yeah, 5,000, not 6,000. So I'll go ahead and change that. And that is us all ready for the departure. No restrictions on the departure apart from being above 3,000 feet before making a little turn. Can't really fiddle around with any of this now. Can't really look at our route for another minute and 15 seconds. So we've got a minute and 15 seconds to just sort of sit back and wait now. How they're doing with the cargo? They must have had a pretty long drive over here because they've only just started loading the cargo. So we're probably going to be waiting for quite a while, unfortunately. Obviously we've still got a little bit more setting up to do. This can go right up to 410 as we have there's no ATC after Dublin for a little bit. And there is no restrictions of any kind. I don't know what. I'll get rid of the parking stands chart now. Runway heading is 098. Quite a long taxi actually. It's the one that's on the other side of the airfield. So a bit of a longer taxi, but we're still waiting for this to align, so I can't actually do any of my V-speeds or anything until that's finished. So whatever, we'll set our auto brakes to RTO. So now most of the stuff is all set up. We're just waiting on just 10 more seconds and then I can finally get everything set up. You can see they're only 20% done on the cargo, so we'll still be waiting quite a while I think once we get all our V-speeds and our route checked. So you can see here it is. We'll go ahead and get traffic and weather on here. We can get weather and turbulence turned on as well, wherever that is. There it is. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get TCAT. Also, I shouldn't have changed London control. It's probably going to be Unicom. Yeah, so let's do our V-speeds then. So it's going to be, I'll get the centre of gravity in there. V-speed is going to be 143 is V2, that's perfect. LNAV and VNav is working all fine. And everything is all good. Flaps 5. Trim is going to be set to 2.75. We can't set the trim until I do. I'll leave this on this page to remind me. I can't leave it on this page for now. I want to check our route over just before we set off. So going to 40 nautical mile range. Pretty straight out departure really. And then on our route we're heading south east. Yeah, south east along the UK. Passing over Birmingham, London, before crossing the Channel around Biggin, then cross the Channel, across to Conan and all that, and then into Luxembourg. So that's everything all good in there. So this can just go on the takeoff performance page now, and we just need to wait now for those guys to finish. We can get the strobe lights turned on. Actually, no, we'll wait for them. Yeah, I don't even want to switch on the APU or the hydraulics yet because it's still a little bit longer. So I guess we just have to wait a little bit now. These guys have still got a good few crates to load, so I've got Dublin to myself. Literally the only plane on the ground in Dublin right now. So just go outside, make sure the camera view is all set up, and then yeah, literally. We're basically done, so this can just go in the map mode now, down to 5 mile range. We'll do 10 mile range. No, that is 10 mile range. Yeah, and it was all good and ready to go. So we just need to wait now. Obviously, I can't set the trim or anything like that until we're finished. Until we've got the hydraulics. When they're about 70% done with the cargo, that's when I'm going to turn on the APU and the hydraulics. But until then, I do want to wait. I'll make sure this is on the ground connections page, so we can remove the GPU Actually, the doors page is probably more important. I'll just leave it there for now. I believe they have finished loading the crew, so we can probably shut that door. And arm it. And then the very back door is also not being used, the smaller one, so we can shut that too. Which is the cargo bulk door. That isn't used by GSX, so we'll just shut that now, so we don't have to shut it later. You can see they still have a good, well, 2 crates left on this side, and then 3 crates left on the other side, because the other side does take a bit longer, because it has to lift further. The other side, obviously, you know, this side of the aircraft is on the other deck, because I think there is 2 decks on this plane. This bigger cargo plane, you can fit 2 decks in a lot more easily. We'll go ahead and set push back and departure. I might need to do a quick edit pushback today, because I don't think GSX will get on with trying to push a 777 like this. Again, I don't really think a 777 is supposed to fit here, but there actually aren't any other cargo aprons anywhere really in Dublin, so I don't know where else I'm supposed to park, honestly. I can't park at the terminal, or at least I don't want to. It's very cloudy. Luxembourg is only partly cloudy. 230 at 10 knots, now 20 degrees. A few clouds at 3,400 feet, so it's a pretty nice day down in Luxembourg. Very low cloud here in Dublin, about 700 feet. Not quite in the way of minimums, but it is getting there. They're almost finished, so I think we're going to go ahead and turn on the APU now. And get the hydraulics. So this one needs to go into auto. We'll wait for the fault light to clear, and then we can turn all of them on. And then once the fault light have gone from there, we'll go ahead and turn on the elec gens, and then we'll be ready for engine start. Once the APU is fully started, I can turn off. We'll get rid of secondary external power as well, because we don't need that. Just wait for the fault light to go out, which does take a little bit of time. Sometimes requires turning it off and on again. I don't know, maybe it just wants one fault for now. Maybe does this need to be on for the fault light to go? Who knows? Maybe, hopefully by the time we set everything up, there you go, the fault light's now gone. We can get the fuel pumps on as well. You can see there now the fault lights are starting to clear as the system sets up. And the APU is not yet running. We can do a checklist, I guess. Set our parking brake, and all this stuff is set now, apart from the trim, which I can now set because the system is up and running. 2.75 on the trim. And 2.75 we're looking for. That's 3. 2.75. Perfect. Trim is set. And the beacon light can go on now since we're pretty close to engine start. And that's good. The before start checklist is completed. Before taxi checklist is not really much of a checklist. So, apart from checking our flight controls later on. APU is now running. So the APU gen is on, meaning we can get rid of the external power. I've also put on the parking brake, so we can get rid of that. Go ahead and turn the TCAS on now, since we're pretty much ready to get out of here. In fact, they have actually finished loading the cargo on the right hand side of the aircraft, just waiting for the last bit of cargo to go on to the left hand side of the aircraft, and then we'll be all finished and ready to go. So you can see, there you go, there's the hatches shutting. Unfortunately, both lots of London Control have now gone offline, so we've only got London Central online now. But it's still a little bit of ATC. Well, I think we are passing through Central's airspace, so that will be okay. Right, are they almost finished? They're taking an age with this, like, this cargo. But never mind. Everything's all set up and ready to go, so we should all be fine. I said I'd get in one last flight out of this thing, since I spent like 80 quid on it and then didn't get a flight at all. May as well get a lot out of it.
Tower, I love with you descending Alpha 9000. Do you know what the arriving runway is and the start?
Ryanair 145 Alpha, I missed that, could you please repeat?
Yeah, Dublin Tower, Ryanair 145 Alpha with you descending now 9,000, requesting what the conditions are and the weather and the arrival runway.
Ryanair 145 Alpha, you can expect runway 10 for arrival, and the conditions are 040 degrees, 8 knots. Variable between 320 degrees and 070 degrees. Visibility greater than 9 kilometers. Scattered 700 feet. Scattered 1,200 feet. Broken 7,000 feet. Temperature 18. Dew point 17. The QNH 1015.
Lovely, thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, right, they've almost finished now, GSX, finally. I mean, this is doing an ATIS over the, there is an ATIS, you know, that's what the ATIS is kind of for, so the controller doesn't need to tell you what the weather is, but okay. And now GSX is registered that it's finished, we can go ahead and close the door. I know the thing is still loading, it's just how GSX does read it if you want, and actually that door is so slow at closing, it's actually alright. I don't know why that door closes so slowly. So this can just go back to this page now, and we should be all good. And we'll set flaps 1 and 5. There you go, flaps 5 is now set. Obviously with the hydraulics on, the flaps should just set pretty quickly as normal. And then that means we are all ready for departure. So you can see the door is now closed. Slowly and closed. And for some reason GSX there has now registered complete. I'm not sure if that tug is quite big enough for a 777, and it's like, whoa, that GSX. Yeah, welcome to FSX. We have a pushback. It's a magic pushback tug. It's way too small for the plane, and it's able to do stunts. That's mad.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Skyway 7563, ready for push and start.
Skyway 756, correction, Skyway 7563, your push and start is approved, the QNH 1015.
Push and start approved, QNH 1015, Skyway 7563.
Locking gear.
Okay, we're already on the QNH of 1015, so there's no problems there. Just a little bit of a wait now for GSX to actually bring up the pushback menu. I'm hoping it will just allow us to go right straight away. However, it may need us to do a quick edit pushback because of, well, it's a bit of an odd kind of thing. Nope, it is letting us do a right pushback. Okay, perfect.
Bypass commencing inserted. All engines clear.
Right, everything's looking good. So right engine start, and because it's auto start, we can just put the fuel in straight away. We'll also get the engine details on down there, so I can see what's actually going on with the plane. See that we're just being pushed back straight away. That's how short, that's how small the gate it is. We can also start the left engine now. And we'll let that get on with it. And I'll get rid of the engine page on here now because the engines are all looking good. And checklist, since we've already set the flaps, yep, I can get rid of the before takeoff checklist. The after takeoff checklist is the next one, so perfect. That is us pushing back then. There is a slight bug with this plane and pushing back. Apparently GSX said they fixed it, but it doesn't look fixed to me. If we were on my other stand, we'd be being pushed back into the grass right now. I think we're just going to miss on the grass. I think we're just going to miss out getting the wheels on the grass, which is perfect. Come on, GSX, stop, please. Stop. 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 No, mine were on the grass.
Set parking brakes.
A little bit too far, GSX, but oh well. Right, engines are now fully started, so that means we can get the APU off. Everything else is looking good.
Ryanair 1 Foxtrot Yankee on the
taxi lights on, the strobe lights on as well.
Runway 10, we have established ILS localizer 10.
Ryanair 1 Fox Yankee, Dublin Tower, hello, good afternoon, you're clear to land. Runway 10, the surface wind remains 040 degrees, 8 knots.
Clear to land, runway 10, Ryanair 1 Foxtrot Yankee.
Unlocking gear.
Right, perfect.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Yeah, right now it's only London Central online. Luxembourg is still currently online. I don't know how long they're going to keep that up for, though. Who knows? But yeah, this is pretty good. This is a feature. You know, this is the end of FSX. You know, the last week of final week of FSX, episode 2 today. This is our final Vatsim flight actually for a few weeks, probably until they finally get Vatsim up and running. So. Right, we'll let the, this is my last Vatsim flight on stream anyway.
Clear. Right is clear.
Perfect, right. Skyway 7563 is ready for taxi.
Skyway 7563, you can taxi along Bravo 1, Bravo 2, cross runway 34, along Sierra 7, or short runway 10.
Taxi Bravo 1, Bravo 2, cross runway 34, Sierra to Sierra 7, hold short runway 10, Skyway 7563. Alright, away we go then. So it's straight up here, and then it's a left turn onto Bravo 1, straight down onto Bravo 2, that turns into Sierra, and then right down full runway length to Sierra 7. Obviously we're doing full runway length today. So yeah, pretty good. And this big massive 777. So yeah, just pretty nice taxi. I do like the layout of Dublin Airport. It's got a very nice little layout to it, really. So you can see there, straight along there, it's going to be a left there, straight down, and that's Sierra. So it's just a very nice, simple taxi, really, just straight along. Runway 34, 16 is not in use today, so there's no need to, no need to worry about crossing it. It's just not in use. Generally, they do only use the one runway in Dublin unless it gets very busy. It's generally just not, it's not really busy enough at most times, especially on Vatsim in particular, is what I mean. It isn't quite busy enough to have 2 runways. When they have that Dublin Thursday night live, they do. I don't think that's this Thursday though. I think it's every 2 weeks. I don't think this is one of the Thursdays they're doing it. But they do. They sometimes use 2 runways then, but generally for landing they'll use 1 runway. And then for takeoff they'll use the same runways they're using for the landing runway. But if it gets a bit busy, they'll use the other one for overflow. But we're just taxiing all the way along here at Sierra. We've actually got a plane 5 miles out, so we'll get to that land. That's Ryanair 1 Foxtrot Yankee from Kerry in Ireland. So a very short flight for that one. I'm not getting the best of FPS in this game right now, in this plane right now. It probably is also the high detail scenery. It's a very lovely scenery this I found for Dublin Airport. Although it does appear to paint on top of the default scenery a little bit, but yeah, overall it's a very, very nice scenery. It's got nice custom buildings. It's pretty much in the right place. It's slightly off, but not as far off as the default scenery is. So it's pretty decent, really, overall. Just taxiing along here, about 20 knots. It's a very long taxi. You've got to do the full length of the runway here. Get a bit more power, actually. I saw we're losing a bit of speed there. But it's going to be a full length taxi. So I can't see the Ryanair just yet, but it's only at 500 feet. If I zoom in, I should see it. It might still be in the cloud, actually. Oh, there it is. That's it there, look. Coming out the clouds. So yeah, it's very cloudy here in Dublin. We will be into the clouds pretty quickly, I should think. Meanwhile, I have a much longer taxi to be getting on with. It's a very long taxi, this, so it's basically the full length of the runway. It's so crazy that it'll take us 20 seconds to blast up the runway, and yet it takes us a minute to taxi, over 2 minutes, to taxi in the other direction. It's kind of crazy in a way. See if that Ryanair does a Ryanair landing, or are they going to go do a good landing? Looks like it's going to be a good one. I don't tend to float my landings quite as much as other people. That's why I get kind of slightly worse landings. Whoa, that was a nice landing. Massive float, but that's how they get. That's kind of how they get the good landing. See, there they are. The Ryanair. There is also another Ryanair, Ryanair 145 Alpha, currently at 5,500. So actually, it's at 3,500 now. I just updated it. It only updates in
Ryanair
like
1
2
Fox
minutes.
Yankee, but for the Dublin vacate left CR2.
Can you say again your last transmission, please, for Ryanair 1 Foxtrot Yankee?
Ryanair 1 Fox Yankee, that's no problem. From CR2, continue on Whiskey 1 to hold short to runway 34.
Oh, I don't know, somehow our plane was speeding up and then it suddenly started slowing down again, so maybe a little bit more power again.
02 to Whiskey, runway 34, Ryanair 1 Foxtrot Yankee.
So we're just passing Sierra 5 right now, and then Sierra 6 after that. We're going to Sierra 7, which is the full length. So we've almost done the full length of this runway now. Powered down a little bit now. We've gained a little bit too much speed. A little too much speed. We can get our landing lights on actually, and our runway turn off. We're basically coming up to the end of the runway now. No other lights seem to be on. No, they're good. I'm happy with that. Okay, should all be good for lining up and waiting. Then once we get clearance, I'll start to ease it off now because we haven't been clearance.
Skyway 7563, will you be ready upon reaching?
Ryanair 1 follow up.
Skyway 7563, will you be ready upon reaching?
A firm Skyway 7563.
Skyway 7563, you're clear for takeoff. Runway 10, the surface wind remains 040 degrees 8 knots.
Runway 10 clear for takeoff, Skyway 7563.
Ryanair 145 Alpha, continue on approach. You're number 1, 1 traffic to depart. The surface wind 040 degrees 8 knots.
Near approach number 1, Ryanair 145 Alpha.
And
Ryanair 1 Fox Sierra. Correction, Ryanair 1
takeoff
Fox
power
Yankee.
is set.
Cross runway 34, Hotel 1, link 4, stand 125.
And start the clock. Airspeed's live. Despite doing a D rate of 1, this thing will probably still somehow find.
Continue
rip. Yeah,
taxiing
I accidentally knocked the flaps lever there. 80 knots.
Crossing runway 34.
Yeah, I accidentally knocked. I knocked the flaps lever.
Ryanair
That's what
1
happened.
Foxtrot.
V1 rotate. Yeah, I knocked the flaps lever. That's what happened there. And in the air we go. This thing is mad. Gear up. Yeah, this thing is going to do just a mad climb now. Flaps 1. And push the plane up to try and get speed up. And autopilot in because we're going to get handed off to Unicom now. This thing's climbing a little less manically than it usually does. Oh, never mind. Correction. It's climbing at 6,000 feet per minute. This thing is nuts. But it's not gaining the airspeed, so I don't really know why it started that manic climb. You know, I have set a D
Skyway
rate for a reason.
7563, no further ATC. Manor Unicom 122.8. Take care, bye bye.
Unicom 122.8. Bye-bye, Skyway 7563.
Take care.
And next ATC will be London Central on 1271, providing they're still online. Also, yes, the return of the mischievous ATIS. Yeah, when flying over Ireland, if you're on Unicom, you do get that message up there. Because there is a local airport, I think, that has the same ATIS frequencies Dublin, but look, same like frequencies Unicom, I mean. But luckily, we are flying out of Dublin and away from Ireland. It's normally worse when you get like into the middle of Ireland. You can see there, we're probably going to be out of range of it quite soon. But yeah, it's just a bit of an unfortunate thing that we will probably go out of range of it pretty soon. Luckily, the voice is turned off, so it won't mute our game and we won't be able to hear it either. Runway turn-offs can come off now. We'll just check our checklist, make sure it's all good. It is. So next up is the descent checklist. Not yet, obviously. You see that this thing's climbing like an absolute crazy. I mean, this is with a D rate of 2. This is as D-rated as it will let you go. It's absolutely insane. This plane. It's because obviously I only tend to do short flights with it, so this thing is designed to take off with so much more fuel, and our overall load weight is very low today. We'll go ahead and turn off our landing lights now. The clouds aren't that thick really. I didn't really notice them that much. Max cruise altitude is 418, which is perfect. This thing seems to want us to get, look, it has a step climb in there to 450 for some reason. I think that it's just being silly with that. We can go ahead and turn off the seatbelt signs now. Not that seatbelt signs actually do anything in this plane, because, well, as I mentioned before, I don't get how we can have seatbelt signs in a cargo plane. Like, there's no crew on board. The only people on board, there's probably one person here, one person there, and then one person or two people back there on a cargo flight. Like, you don't have passengers. So it does confuse me a little bit as to why it's a thing. But never mind, I guess. See there, the climb is now slowing down a little bit for now as it gains its speed up to 309 knots. With a cost index of 90, obviously we are going very quickly today. Mach 835 by the looks of it. So, pretty mad, really. But yeah, right now climbing at a pretty manic 4,300 feet per minute. London Central is still online, and they have been online for just 55 minutes. So we should get some ATC from London Central when the time comes. It won't be just yet. That'll be around, well, I'm looking on my map now. Kepad. Yeah, somewhere around Kepad is where we enter their airspace. And hopefully we get some ATC from them. We're still in range of that ATIS message, but we can just ignore that for now. And we are away on our route, and there is still Luxembourg approach is now offline, and Belgium control is offline, but Eurocontrol is online, so we might still get some Eurocontrol. They've been online for an hour and 15 minutes. I don't know how long they plan to stay online. I'm not in range of them yet, so I can't request the controller info, which tells you sometimes, depending on the controller. London controllers don't do it, but some of them do. Particularly the French ones seem to do it, and the German ones. But they can say basically what time they're going to log off, and it is quite handy. It's only an estimate; it's not exact, but it's just an estimate by them. They might choose to go off a little bit sooner, or they might choose to disconnect a little bit later. But generally, it's pretty good. It's a nice guide, really, on what time the controller thinks they'll be logging off. I think there was an event on today, from Luxembourg to Gatwick. The amount of playing Gatwick, Luxembourg had loads of ATC, and now Gatwick has loads of ATC, and there was loads of planes. There's nothing mentioned. Actually, it is Dublin Thursday Night Live this week. But yeah, there's nothing mentioned on Vatsim's event page. I'll check Vatsim UK to see if they're doing anything, and nothing there. And overseas events, nothing. So that's quite odd. I have no idea why there were so many planes then doing that. If there wasn't an event, it just seems like a pretty random route, like Luxembourg to Gatwick. It's not really a massively popular route, is it? We're passing flight level 250 now, no contrail yet. It's actually still plus 2 degrees outside, actually, so that might explain it. I'm going to 8. Actually, no, I'll keep 40 nautical mile range because we're sticking to some of the airways we're sticking to. We haven't really got any long gaps between waypoints today whatsoever. We've got an awful lot of waypoints. You can see there, look, it's a 7-page route for what is actually a very short flight, only 520 miles left, and we've only flown 40. So we haven't flown much. So it's not. It's only a 560 mile flight. We're getting quite a bit of headwinds, are we? No, we're getting some headwind. I don't know why this flight is so quick then. 1 hour and 24 minutes it's meant to take us, this flight, which is, 1 hour 24 is, for a 560 mile flight, pretty good. Especially when we have a headwind. It's more like 580 miles, apparently, with the winds. But yeah, there's like there's an event going on in Gatwick. They've got 2 lots of approach online, and then they've got full ATC on the ground. It's like literally just like Gatwick Midweek Madness. It's weird that there's no event. Also, there is also a Volatea coming in from Alicante. Currently up at cruise altitude, so it's doing 463 knots ground speed. I'm still increasing my speed. I'm going to be there 9 minutes ahead of it at the moment, so it looks like we might have a bit of traffic on our way into Luxembourg then. Maybe we'll get some ATC later on, but probably not just yet. Obviously I'm not at full speed yet. This thing's now going to do a pretty quick climb. All of a sudden, yeah, pretty quick as it slows down, obviously, to match the Mach number, which is 835, is what we want today. And you can see now it's done that. It's going to ease itself down again. I'm hoping that ATIS will just disappear soon. I'm going to move it above. I should have done that earlier. No, I'm not going to move it above the overlay now, because it's actually going to disappear quite soon. But you can see we've got another 6,000 feet to climb to cruise yet. There we go. Just make sure my mic was okay. And yeah, got another 5,000 up to cruise. We should be there for a decent amount of time. Yeah, no long gaps between waypoints really, any longer than 40 miles, so it's not really... I can't really put it in 80 nautical mile range because it's a bit full. You know what, I'm going to put it in 80 mile range anyway. I do prefer it in 80 mile range. And then somewhere around Kepad, somewhere around there, we should be getting a little contact me from London Central, hopefully. I'll keep watching the weather down in Luxembourg. 24010 knots right now. It's going to be refreshing in about 20 minutes probably. I'm going to set our barrow actually for landing. So the ILS frequency, ILS Cat 1, we're a Cat D aircraft, is going to be 1414, which is 201 feet above the ground. So 1414. So 14. There we go. And then we'll set our heading so it's accurate with where we're currently heading. And there you go, we're almost up at cruise altitude now. This thing should quiet down a little bit then. All the way up here at flight level 410, very high up we're cruising today. That's just how it is in this plane. And I have London Central pre-tuned on 1271, yep. And then we'll probably go from London Central then across to Eurocontrol if they're still online. Weirdly, I'm not actually in range of Eurocontrol yet. Like, Eurocontrol's range is normally massive. Like, I can be in Ireland or something and I'll see Eurocontrol East, which is the one that's really far away. This is Maastricht's Eurocontrol and it is not yet in range, like, of me. Looks like we're out of range of that 80s finally, so that stopped twirling around the top of the screen. You can see there is flight level 410, levelling off there, and that is our top cruise level for today. No step climbs needed today, and then this thing powers down now. You can see there 477 miles, we're descending in about 40 minutes now. 43 minutes. We should be there about 12 minutes ahead of a plane from Alicante, the Volatea. But yeah, we're all good. So yeah, I'm gonna have to report on Unicom for Luxembourg because it looks like there is another plane thinking about landing down there. You know, the winds definitely suggest runway 24, so there's no doubt about that. 24010, literally perfect winds for runway 24. Got a few clouds at 4,000 right now. Nothing too crazy. Get our landing speed in there actually. It thinks we're landing in Dublin though, so that will update our landing speed when we get a bit close to Luxembourg and it refreshes. See there, just after 14 minutes of flying, we're already up here at cruise. This thing climbs and flies like an absolute beast. It's very, very quick. What? Someone must be, someone saying, can you please not say bad things on frequency to Unicom? The thing is with Unicom, sometimes pilots can talk on it and send messages, and it's out of range of where my aircraft is, so it doesn't pick it up. So but then say the Speedbird was in range, and then I'm in range of the Speedbird. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, heading to Epoche, and it's a right turn, and then just literally straight across the southeast of the UK until we reach Biggin, and then it's a slight left turn over Canterbury, and then into Belgium, over Bruges, over Brussels, and then descending down into Luxembourg today. So pretty much just a straight line from here to Biggin. And there's Kepad, just 40 miles away, so we should get contacted by London Central. And we should get London Central then all the way through. Actually, because of the route we're taking through the UK, I don't think we'll get coverage until Eurocontrol South. We're only just going into their airspace, so they might not even bother contacting me. I've done a flight from Edinburgh to Gatwick, and I passed through their airspace on this same route, Kepad. And the airway is L15 all the way along, and I never ever got contacted by them, so it could be that I just don't get contacted by them, but hopefully I will. Really, Irish Centre just came online. That's a little bit annoying. Literally just left Ireland, but never mind. Oh wow. But yeah, Kepad and Honolulu are well within Central's airspace. We should be getting some ATC from them until at least around, I don't know, somewhere around, probably like Betpo, somewhere around there. We should be getting ATC until. Yeah, 438 miles to go until Luxembourg, descending in probably about 25 minutes now. Hope everyone is enjoying the final week of FSX. This is part number 2, and there is the contact me from London Control 127.1. Okay. Perfect. 1271. And yeah, we're on the frequency. London Control, hello. Skyway 7563 with you, flight level 410, inbound Rizzler.
Skyway 7563 London Control, good afternoon. Maintain flight level 410.
Maintain flight level 410, Skyway 7563.
Scandinavian 149 Whiskey, fly heading 205.
There we go, nice.
2,000 feet and expedite.
Turn left 205 and send 2,000 for Scandinavian 149 Whiskey.
Scandinavian 149 Whiskey, when level, speed 180 knots or less.
When ready, speed 180 or less to Scandinavian 149 Whiskey.
Cargo accepts one of Mike with you climbing to 7,000.
Cargolux 61 Alpha Mike, London Control, good afternoon. Climb flight level 350.
350 for cargo accepts or not.
London Control, good day. Lufthansa 908 with you. 532 inbound Southgate.
Lufthansa 908 London Control, hello there. It's Logan 1 hotel arrival.
Logan 1 arrival, Lufthansa 908.
Lufthansa 908, report your indicated airspeed.
Indicate airspeed 270. 908.
Also, a plane is actually taken off from Manchester, also heading to
Logan, and on conversion
Luxembourg,
speed 280 knots or greater.
That one might get quite close to us.
Stand by, brake. Scandinavian 149 Whiskey, turn left, heading 070 degrees, cleared ILS approach, runway 04.
Turn left 077, clear for ILS approach, runway 04, Scandinavian 149 Whiskey.
Lufthansa 908, descend, flight level 250, level by Logan, on conversion, speed 280 knots or greater.
Descent letter 250 over Logan and
actually that Cargolux is actually taking the same route as us from Honolulu, so... But it's cruising lower than us, but
Shuttle
we'll have to watch that
210
when we
descend,
get
flight
there.
level 120.
London Center, FedEx 3553.
FedEx 3553 London Control, hello. Where are you going? Because you filed to Tampa and you're heading southeast at the moment.
Headed to Stansted. Thank you, FedEx 3553.
Okay, can you file a flight plan to Stansted, please?
Yeah, he's got a flight plan filed in the UK, in the US. That FedEx there,
FedEx 3553, please can you file a flight plan to Stansted?
Sending that to you now, FedEx 3553.
Thank you.
London Control, good afternoon. Ryanair 629 and 3 with you at Stansted Gate 44. Fox 4.7 IFR clearance to Bremen, please.
Ryanair 693 London Control, hello, clear to Bremen. Clacton 4 Sierra departure, Squawk 2515, and the QNH is 1014.
Clear to Bremen by the Clacton 4 Sierra departure, Squawk 2515, QNH Stansted 1014, 693.
Ryanair 693, we're back correct.
Oh, that Cargolux that was there is just disconnected, so...
London, good afternoon.
Who knows?
KLM 1009 inbound, Ibenos, level 240.
KLM 1009 London Control, good afternoon.
Very
Logan
busy
1
here,
hotel
the
arrival,
frequency's
speed
quite nice.
250 knots.
Logan 1 hotel, speed 250, KLM 1009 now.
FedEx 3553, I've still got you going to Tampa. Can you file a flight plan to Stansted, please? Scandinavian 149 Whiskey, runway 04, clear to land, wind 360 degrees, 10 knots.
Clear for land, runway 04, Scandinavian 149 Whiskey.
Yeah, I don't know, that FedEx is literally, he's filed a flight plan over in the US, which is quite confusing, but yeah.
Night Fury 003, stand 24, push and start approved.
Roger, push and start approved, stand 24, Night Fury 003.
But yeah, that, I don't know, that plane that was heading to Luxembourg said it disconnected, so who knows what's going on there. But yeah, we've got just 265 miles till descent, not the longest of flight today. Obviously, really not a massive.
Channel 72
long
Golf Lima,
flight.
vectoring ILS approach runway 15, turn left heading 275.
Roger, vectors 415, turn left heading 175, channel 72 Golf Lima.
So you've got 25 miles left to Honolulu. Just continuing a straight line right now. Around Betpost, probably we'll get handed off to Unicom, and then to Eurocontrol after that. We'll probably get a contact me from them. It's how it is today, really. Because I think we are heading through quite a large part of Southern's airspace, so Central probably won't control me for that.
Shuttle 21 Zulu monitor Unicom 122.8, bye bye.
So yeah, there you go. There was a BA actually heading over to Heathrow, and that's been handed off to Unicom as well. So yeah, it looks like we're not going to be getting ACC all the way to Eurocontrol, but we'll get ACC most of the way.
Fly level 190 and direct horn.
Jet 399 London Control, good afternoon. Willow 3 Bravo arrival, climb flight level 190.
Excuse me, can you give me the arrival?
Willow 3 Bravo.
Willow 3 Bravo arrival, thank you.
So yeah, 10 miles to Honolulu, just continuing a straight line really, somewhere around Betpo, Finma, somewhere around there. We'll go on to Unicom, and then hopefully if they're still online when we get there, they have been online for an hour and 40 minutes now, so they may
908 route direct
disconnect
Sabre,
at any
descend
time.
flight level 160.
We'll be on Maastricht Eurocontrol, and then after
Flight level
passing flight level
160.
250, obviously we'll be handed off to Unicom again, because it's only Eurocontrol.
Thanks.
Eurocontrol don't cover. Eurocontrol only cover above flight level 245.
Could you please confirm 09 right at Heathrow?
At 09 left for landing. Break FedEx 3553 London.
FedEx 3553.
FedEx 3553, thanks, Squawk 0350, Laurel 5 Foxtrot arrival. Channel 72 Golf Lima, you're heading in the wrong direction. The assigned heading was 275.
That's my fault. Thought you said 175. We'll turn left heading 275. Channel 72 Golf Lima.
Channel 72 Golf Lima, turn further right heading 325.
Right heading 325. Channel 72 Golf Lima.
2E399, you should be heading towards Honolulu. Confirm next waypoint is Honolulu.
Yes, I don't know what I pushed, but I'm taking my course now.
Where?
3J399.
The two pressed something wrong. That's not good.
Land control, sorry for the quick disconnect. Lufthansa 13 Golf is back now, passing level 270, descending level 150 inbound Sumum.
FedEx 3553, stop the descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Down 5,000, FedEx
173 inbound at flight level 340.
EasyJet 173 London Control, just make sure you wait for the response before calling up, otherwise you're just going to step over other pilots. Logan 1 hotel arrival.
Sorry, I didn't hear anyone speak.
Confirm Logan 1 hotel arrival.
There's a few people today who are like, seem to have no clue what's going on.
Golf London Control, Squawk 2111, Logan 1 hotel arrival.
Oh dear.
2111 Logan 1 hotel arrival.
Scandinavia 149 Whiskey vacated 104.
Scandinavian 149 Whiskey, Roger, taxi stand of choice, bye bye.
Taxi stand of choice, thank you, so Scandinavian 104.
Air 173 coming on Logan Alpha 1 hotel arrival, which ILS we are expecting.
Shanix 72 Golf Lima, turn right heading 340 degrees.
Right heading 340, Channel 72 Golf Lima.
FedEx 3553 vectoring ILS approach, runway 04 at Stansted. Fly heading 105.
17 miles to picks up now.
Heading 105.
Actually, we're taking a look outside. I haven't looked at this plane in a bit.
KLM 1009, ready for
Does look nice. It's a nice livery.
KLM 1009. Just confirm.
The cargo livery, the cargo cargo division of Fly UK hasn't gone to a crystal livery. They've kept
Thanks.
the
Yeah,
old
your
livery.
assigned speed was 250 knots.
So.
Yeah, we will fly 250 knots, ready for further descent. We have started because our planning before you, so we would like to start our descent.
Yeah, KLM 1009, descent flight level 200.
Descent level 200, KLM 1009.
Eurotrans 13 Golf, descend flight level 250.
Confirm 250.
Yeah, you busted that now. Okay, Eurotrans 13 Golf, descend flight level 200.
Descent level 200, Eurotrans 13 Golf.
EJT 173, descend flight level 220.
220. Which ILS approach we are expecting?
09 left.
09 left.
2Jet 399 when ready, descend flight level 150 level by Kidley.
Descent level 150, thank you.
Confirm level by Kidley.
Oh dear. Is that like Tui again?
2Jet 399, confirm 150 level by Kidley.
Yes, flight level 150, direct to Kidley.
He also thinks 737 is heavy looking at his flight plan. Oh dear.
EJT 173, speed 280 knots or less.
280 knots or less.
Eurotrans 13 Golf, speed 280 knots or greater.
280 knots or greater, Eurotrans 13 Golf.
It's Lufthansa 908, descend flight level 90.
790, Lufthansa 908.
Mercury 003 ready for taxi.
I reckon we'll get hands off to Unicom pretty soon now. London North came online, obviously, you know, London North. Somehow I'm still not in range of Maastricht Eurocontrol. I'm not sure how that's possible, since we're like actually very close to where they are now, but whatever. There's many planes in the area of Luxembourg, looking like they're going to be landing very soon. There is a plane from Alicante that is 14 minutes behind us at its current speed.
Flight level 390.
Looking like we are going to be...
KLM Charlie Hotel under control, roger, maintain flight level 390.
Probably will be reporting on Unicom what we're doing, because it is looking quite busy down there.
Channel 72, correction, Channel 72 Golf Lima, descent of altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1016, correction 1015 even, range 31 miles, runway 15.
Down to 4,000 feet, QNH 1015, Channel 72 Golf Lima.
FedEx 3553, turn right, heading 220 degrees, descent to altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1014, that's a range of 3 miles, runway 04.
Heading 220 down to 3,000 for FedEx 3553.
Confirm the QNH 1014.
QNH 1004, FedEx 3553.
1014.
Check that 1014, I'm sorry, FedEx 3553.
No problem, break KLM 1009, a descent flight level 140.
It's quite busy on here, there's a lot of people listening to know what we're doing today.
Eurotrans 13 Golf, disregard, break EJT 173, descent flight level 210.
Descent flight level 210.
Channel 72 Golf Lima, fly heading 315.
315, Channel 72 Golf Lima.
Lufthansa 45 Whiskey.
London Control, Lufthansa 45 Whiskey, flight level 120.
Lufthansa 45 Whiskey, London, climb flight level 350.
Climbing flight level 350, Lufthansa 45 Whiskey.
London Control, Ryanair 693, stand full force Stansted, ready to push
Ryanair 6293, stand 44, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, 693.
Yeah, heading our way down to Luxembourg, just check the, make sure, okay, the landing speed has not changed. We are 325 miles out now, descending at 190 miles.
Eurotrans 13 Golf, descent flight level 160, level 7.
Go look at the checklist, this is the descent checklist, however we have actually done most of this. We're going to set what breaks to today, so...
Sabre.
It's quite a long runway down there.
Yeah, 160
so may as well just do that.
Sabre.
May as well get it all over and done with
EJT
now.
173, report your indicated airspeed.
Indicated to 280 knots, descending to 10.
Okay, EGT 173, reduce speed 250 knots.
250 knots.
Lufthansa 908, speed 250 knots.
Speed 250 knots, 908.
KLM 1009, a descent flight level 100.
Today's begin. So yeah, literally, right around here, we are going to be going out of
Lufthansa 908, say again.
out of London Central's airspace.
It was KLM 1009, descending level 100, and would you like us at landborne speed as published to 20?
Negative. I don't really mind what speed you're doing, to be honest, apart from the one I've assigned you, which is 250 knots, so you don't have to reduce.
Copied, we are now at speed 250 at KLM 1009 now.
Right, FedEx 3553, that's not quite the heading I assigned you there, so are you happy to turn left to establish the localizer, or would you like to be taken around for another approach?
Copy. Left for the final would be fine. FedEx 3553.
FedEx 3553, roger, turn right all the way round, heading of 130 degrees.
Right 130, FedEx 3553.
Janek 72 Golf Lima, turn right, heading 350 degrees.
Right, heading 350, Janek 72 Golf Lima.
Suppose we haven't been handed off to Unicom just yet,
Lufthansa
really.
908, nothing online at Heathrow, monitor Unicom 122.8.
Unicom 122.8, thank you, see you next time, 908.
Night Fury 003, ready for taxi.
Night Fury 003, taxi left onto Juliet, then Lima, hold Lima 1.
Taxi left onto Juliet, Lima, then hold Lima 1, Night Fury 003.
I think the big airport just loaded in. My flight seems suddenly lagged down. I'm like getting 14 FPS. Yeah, something massive just loaded in. I'm not exactly sure what. Oh, there you go. It's Gatwick, probably. Gatwick's got 16 planes on the ground.
FedEx 3553, not quite sure what you're doing there. Just confirm you're turning right all the way around, heading 130 degrees now.
Right 130, FedEx 3553.
There's quite a few people on the frequency today. They seem to actually know what they're doing.
Janek 72
Oh,
Golf
wow.
Lima, turn right, heading 040 degrees.
040, Janek 72 Golf Lima.
And check your phone notifications.
Heard a phone going
KLM
off.
1009, a descent flight level 90.
Descent level 90, KLM 1009 now.
Eurotrans 13
That's
Golf,
great with the
descent flight level
phone.
100.
Oh, busted.
Descent
Where's
level
phone?
100, Eurotrans 13 Golf.
EGT 173, descent flight level 110.
Descent to flight level 110.
Confirm that was Egypt Air 173.
Egypt Air 173, descent to 110.
Skyway 7563, Unicom 122.8, bye bye.
Unicom 122.8, Skyway 7563, bye-bye. Okay, right, on to Unicom then. Next frequency will probably be Asterix Eurocontrol 13545. However, I'm still not in range of their frequency on V-Pilot, which is very strange. So I don't really know what's going on there. I'm really close to where their airspace is, so it's a bit weird they're not popping up on my V-Pilot, but they are still online according to VATSpy anyway. So it's a little bit of an odd one as to why that's happening. But oh well. We'll just check the weather down in Luxembourg. It's currently 2401. Oh, it still hasn't been any new weather since I last checked. But hopefully there'll be some soon then. There needs to be. But yeah, so now just cruising along, just about to approach Biggie, we're going to make a left turn. There are lots of waypoints then, all straight to Luxembourg. We're heading over Gatwick quite soon, so that's the reason for the lag. Down there, that is, I believe it's a GA airfield of some kind, Farnborough maybe. And then that down there is, by the looks of it, might be Gatwick. I think that's Gatwick. I want to say it is. you've got the little pier, you've got the bit sticking out there. You've got the little building there, 2 runways. Yeah, that's Gatwick. And there we go, it has actually fully loaded in now. Yeah, that's Gatwick. That's the reason for our slight lag then. Oh, making a left turn now. Away. So that's why our FPS only dropped. This plane is a little bit more FPS heavy than the A320 or 737. Obviously, it is a bit larger, so you can kind of expect that. And it's a bit newer as well. This one was, unlike the 737, which PMTG had to remake for P3D version 4, this one wasn't like, obviously it was upgraded to 64-bit, but it wasn't really changed. So this is still quite a new product from PMPG, unlike the 737, which isn't their latest version. Because this one was made a long time after the 73. So they made a little left turn and a little right turn for some reason all at the same time. I have no idea why. I think it's struggling to get on course properly there for some strange reason. We've got a lot of waypoints here. Look, it'll just go soaring through all of these 4 in the next like 20 miles, which is a little bit, you know, quite close together really. Sort of descent, still can't quite see it on here. You can see, there you go, Night knows we're landing in Luxembourg. We have got a new speed in there, so we'll just input that. Just check the weather, so it has now updated, 230 at 9 knots. Few clouds at 4,000, so it hasn't really changed. QNH is 1015, so nothing massive in the changes. No ATC apart from Eurocontrol, who I am now in range of. They have not got an estimated log-off time, so they could just log off at any time, but at least I'm now in range of them, so I do know that they're online. So I said normally it'd be a little bit later on. I'm probably going to be getting contacted by them around Kilo Oscar Kilo or Conan, somewhere around there. Is where I'll be getting contacted by them. And Kilo Oscar Kilo is a VOR, it stands for, okay. Yeah, and we're flying in, passing Conan. And yeah, we'll be on Unicom, landing into Luxembourg as it stands, so that should be good. On the touchdown. But yeah, we'll definitely be reporting what we do on Unicom. I do want to make sure no one gets confused, because it is very busy. There's currently, actually, the plane from Alicante seems to have disconnected, so we do actually have the airport to ourselves. But I probably will stay. I don't know. I probably could get away with not saying it on the Unicom now, but I'll probably stick with it anyway. So they're just making a nice sort of just a straight line along, about to cross over the channel actually, quite soon. You can see there is the end of the UK, and France is literally just, this is literally the shortest part of the channel, between Dover and Calais, literally like where they're really close together. That's where the Channel Tunnel is and all that. In fact, there you go, there's the Dover VOR, DVR. I believe that's Dover anyway. Better be, yeah it is, good. Good I didn't mess that up. But yeah, it looks like we'll have Luxembourg to ourselves. Hopefully we will get contacted by Maastricht's Eurocontrol, literally, I should think around Conan, somewhere around there. So we've had some pretty good levels of ATC really for a Thursday afternoon. More than I'd normally expect on a Thursday afternoon, that's for certain. I don't know why it's so busy on Vatsim, but it is definitely busier than it usually is on Vatsim today. Who knows why? I'm noticing as well, like, there was a brand new A300 that released for X-Plane. The amount of people on the network today that have A330, I've seen 3 planes now that are an A300. Which doesn't sound like much, but normally there's 0. So yeah, I guess everyone's excited about flying it. But yeah, we're taking over Dover. Literally in the next 20 to 40 miles now, I'll probably get contacted by Eurocontrol, who are covering, the rest of my flight now until I descend. Obviously, they only cover flight level 245 and above, so they won't cover me for the rest of the flight. But yeah, pretty good. We have the frequency in 13545, yep. So we've got a pretty good level of ATC really today. For a Thursday afternoon. In fact, there is the call from Maastricht Eurocontrol 13545. And this happens to be Calais information, ATIS. Obviously. Eurocontrol, hello, Skyway 7563 with the flight level 410, inbound Conan.
Good afternoon, Skyway 7563, Mr. Flight.
Great.
255 climbing.
155, good afternoon, squad 0312.
Quite quiet this ATC actually. Can literally barely hear him.
Chicago 1512, climb level 350. Speaker 155, proceed direct to Bombay.
I don't know why it's so quiet. He definitely sounds quiet. I'll try watching my own stream to see if the audio of the PC's been muted a little bit.
From Strict 957 or further ATC, monitor Unicom, good afternoon.
Yeah, that's what's happened. Because of this 80s at the top, this sometimes happens even though I've got voice turned off. When it's running in the sim, it does actually mute the rest of the game, so I can't actually see anything. Unfortunately, I can't hear anything, I mean. Unfortunately, while that's running.
951 Michael, we identified.
Control, good afternoon, China 247, we are in Hamburg Airport, standing Bravo 07, request...
That's why everyone sounds quite quiet now.
China 777, you're not in my airspace. Call me when you're passing flight level 200.
Roger, thank you very much. L1027.
I accidentally crossed off the client then. So this guy's quite loud. I think it is because of that. Unfortunately, before until I get quite far away from Calais, I won't. This will still be here. There's no way to get rid of it because I can't change the frequency. but never mind.
United 2803, there is a traffic which has reconnected. Descent level 350 for a while. I'll call you back.
I think that was for me. No, I haven't got any.
2803 must be.
2803. Oh, that's United. Yeah, United 2803.
Speedbird 155.
3155.
5-minute break, just need to use your facility.
That's no problem at all.
155.
Good evening, Cruiser 120 Foxtrot, Panda 260.
November was a 1 Charlie Foxtrot, squad 2174.
2172, Roger Foxtrot.
Just confirm it's 2174.
2174 was 1 Charlie Foxtrot.
Oh, there's our top descent actually, so there we go. It's passing kilo off the kilo just after 30.
What is your requested level?
Well, we'll be descending. I'll just check the star. There is not really much of a star. It's literally Renber, pretty much straight in then to Delta India Kilo, which is DK-ish. So nothing really to note. So we've already clicked down to flight level 250. And then after that we'll be on to Unicom and we'll be able to descend a bit further then.
831, descend level 310.
And there's also a cargo lux on the ground down in Luxembourg, so... And the plane from Alicante has connected back on the network now, so we'll definitely be... we'll almost certainly be contacted. We'll almost certainly be saying our intentions on Unicom heading into Luxembourg.
That's 2578. So 6 Yankee, 1 to Unicom, 1 to Yankee.
Unicom 1 to X, 6 Yankee.
Since here we're just about to pass Kilo head straight on now to 30, and then just after that we're going to be descending, which is great. Looks quite nice outside.
Cargo 1512, come level 360. Easy 876, Mike, Maastricht. Easy 870, Mike, Maastricht.
Easy 870, Mike, go.
Expect not grow level 280, let me know when you're ready for descent.
We are ready for descent if you want Easy 870, Mike.
Easy 870, Mike, roger, descent level 280 to reach at not grow.
Level 280 to reach at not grow, Easy 870, Mike.
Yeah, no further ATC after Eurocontrol for Luxembourg, so that's fine. Oh well. You can see that we're just approaching 30 in about 29 miles. Shortly after that, literally about 9 miles after, we'll be descending. So that's fine. Weather's looking all fine for runway 24 still. Our landing speeds are already in there, and the plane now knows we're landing at Luxembourg. So we're all fine.
Descent flight level 23.
Hope everyone's enjoying the last week of FSX, by the way. Obviously, a little bit interesting. This is the last Vatsim flight. This is the last normal stream of this week, and then it will start going into more special stuff. We're going to be flying with Pro ATC tomorrow afternoon.
to be cleared up in the negative, so it's 110. LI 170, good afternoon.
Wall Street's good after has been tilted full VF 340 inbound.
Canadian 224, hello, you identified, squad 1000.
1024.
Yeah, this guy's quite quiet. I think it's literally because of this.
Good afternoon, Canadian 2788, you identified, squad 1000. Aeroflot 2578, call London 127, decimal 1. Scandinavian 2788, proceed direct M-box.
They're descending in just 20 miles. This flight's gone pretty quickly, really. Obviously, this plane is pretty quick, actually, isn't it? I mean, look at it. Lovely plane, this. Very lovely plane.
Scandinavian 2832, proceed direct M-box.
Direct M-box.
Ontario 6671, hello, squad 0311.
Unicorn 105.
Ontario 6671, you identified, climb to flight level 330.
Well, request descent in, well, just after passing 30, I think we'll go ahead and request descent.
Easy 870, Mike, London 127.
And we'll pre-tune our QNH 1015. That's the wrong one. There you go, 1015. I'd also set the, just make sure I set the minimums back to the correct number, 1414. Yeah, I did. Perfect. Okay.
Bird 307, descent flight level 300.
Right.
Lufthansa A3112 Unicorn, good afternoon.
Skyway 7563, ready for descent.
Ontario 7563, thank you, descent level 340.
Descent flight level 340, Skyway 7563.
Lufthansa 954, direct Gauzo.
I've been cleared initially down to 340, which is 7,000 feet lower for now.
Descent level 250.
Please, flight number 250.
Air Control, good afternoon, Easy 16 Victor X-ray, Mount Conan, flight 370 with CPDS.
So let's keep an eye out for any of the further descent clearance now. Hopefully we'll be out of the range of that Calais 80s. Oh! I think we are actually. So that might, in about a minute when the effect of the ATC wears off, that should hopefully get a bit quieter. A bit louder, I mean.
6671, climb flight level 390.
Flight level 390.
Right, down we go. So this thing is now powering back as we head down into Luxembourg. A few planes in the area.
Current 625, rate of descent 2,000 feet.
Yeah, he's got a bit louder now. And if I listen to my own stream, as we head down. No, it is still quiet though.
2,000 feet.
I'll just check it isn't that quiet on my stream. Nope, on my phone it is perfectly loud. So again, I don't know. Unfortunately for that, then it like when ATC in FSX starts, it mutes other programs on the computer by about 70%, and there doesn't really seem to be like much of a way to fix it. And then after the ATC finishes, there's about a minute delay before it goes back to normal again. I think it's so you can hear, make sure you can hear the ATC in game, but it's not really necessary, honestly. It's actually quite annoying. It's quite an annoying feature, really. You can't turn it off. But you know, welcome to FSX, where there are features like that that don't really make much sense, but are there anyway. Because why not, I guess. I might need to request further descent here. I'm pretty sure he did say I was cleared to flight level 340 and not 240. Although he probably wouldn't claim for 240 because his control actually ends at 250, really. So it doesn't really make sense.
That's no problem.
You can see there, look, this thing's going...
563, descent level 230.
Descend flight level 230, spellway 563. Right, VNAV. There you go, push that in and this thing will now, that's better, this thing will now follow a path again, hopefully. It's not letting me disable VNAV. But, okay, I think it is now following its descent profile. We're a little bit... Yeah, unfortunately, because we just hit that thing there. There you go, this thing is now able to do a bit of a quick descent now. I've put the speed brakes out to help it. It's going to be a pretty mad descent briefly here.
I'm just about to disconnect. 1 to Unicorn, please. 1 to 28.
Switch to Unicorn 1 to 28.
Apparently he's just about to disconnect anyway. Why is this thing suddenly leveled off?
Level 200.
What on earth is this plane doing?
Atari 625, 1 to Unicorn.
Hello plane, what are you doing? Okay, suddenly this plane just decided it didn't want to descend anymore.
127, decimal 1.
Right, autopilot back in. There we go, it seems as if it's got the message now. I have no idea, I just took the autopilot out and then put it back in. It seems as if the plane has got the message this time. We're now actually 1,000 feet too high. I have no idea what this plane is planning. But it's a bit strange, really, more than anything, but never mind.
To the frequency master is about to disconnect. There's no ATC available for normal view. I wish you all a great sunny afternoon. To the next time.
Thank you. See ya.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Toodles.
Right. Okay, over to Unicom. Yeah, just literally he was just disconnecting then, handing everyone off onto Unicom, so there we go. This thing is now caught up with this descent path and is struggling to actually slow down the descent, but there you go. Luckily we're a cargo aircraft, so we're not chucking passengers around too much with our high rate of descent. I'm guessing the real life plane presumably does have descent rates that high, but like, is that not a bit uncomfortable for passengers maybe? I don't know. Maybe the 777 is just like that. Also, this thing is doing something. I don't know what's up with our plane's VNAV. It's being a bit weird today. There you go. Finally, it seems to be very delayed in every action it does. We'll take this down to 40 nautical mile range. Now, I just want to start our arrival. So, yeah, okay. Weather's looking okay in Luxembourg. Luxembourg traffic, Skyway 7563. Inbound Remba. We're taking the Remba 3 kilo arrival. ILS runway 24, Delta India Kilo 1 transition. ETA for the ILS runway 24. ETA in Luxembourg is 1350 Zulu. Luxembourg traffic. Alright, perfect. Right, we'll go ahead and send this down to... Send this down to 4,000 now.
Traffic.
Oh, please. It's this bug. Whenever a plane spawns in, it just thinks there's traffic now. Yeah, there's that plane, look, is so far away from us. I don't know what makes the game think there's traffic, but Because, you know, the game's trying to put it in the correct place, look, but it's getting freaked out by it, I think.
Traffic.
There's new planes spawning in all the time, and this plane can just not... all it can do is freak out about it. It's really annoying. But never mind. We'll just ignore the fake traffic alerts and continue on our way. It does do that sometimes. It did it departing from Dublin as well, if you remember. But oh well. Only 88 miles left to run to Luxembourg now, so not very far. I'm on the Remember 3 kilo arrival right now. Down we go, 40 miles to Ritax, and then we finally sort of probably start our arrival there. It's a little bit of a sort of arc round from Diekirch, heading in, and then it's basically like from Diekirch, it's a little arc round onto the ILS, and then it'll be there you go, a 6 mile final with a few little points there, 3,000 or above. I'll be intercepting the glide slope at 3,000 at 5 DME from Luxembourg, 5.6 DME from the ILS. Which is the one we'll probably use. Yeah, 5.6 DME, and that is LX24F. So that's where we're going to be capturing the glide slope there. So we need to be at 3,000. Right now at 4,000 or above at Delta India Kilo, so that's how much we're descending down to at the moment. Very, very steady. You know, there's not really any speed restrictions until we reach 13 DME from Delta India Kilo, which is that one there, D119M. 210 knots. Transition altitude is 4,500 feet, remember. And once we land, we're going to be probably vacating as soon as possible, really. Probably Echo, Delta, somewhere around there. And probably Foxtrot or Delta. And then it'll be taxi all the way along to... I've got the wrong parking stand chart, actually. Obviously, we're taking the cargo apron, so it's going through the Zulu stands. Probably Zulu 4, Zulu 3, something like that. Obviously that's where we parked when we flew from Luxembourg to Edinburgh on stream. Obviously Luxembourg is a bit of a cargo base, so it's quite common for the to do lots of 777 cargo ops in and out of here. Yeah, no more ATC now. One plane has just taken off from Luxembourg, but there's actually another one on the ground now, a Lufthansa. So it's always busy on the ground. Luxembourg is quite popular because it's got, you know, it's a lot of heavy planes, the cargo Luxes, so the 747s with cargo Lux are very popular in and out, and obviously just as a cargo hub in general, because cargo does tend to have some more interesting planes on interesting routes. Like, normally a 777 would not have many short routes, but because of the cargo, it does have some more short routes, like Dublin to Luxembourg, or Luxembourg to Edinburgh, or Stansted to Verona, or Amsterdam to Verona, or whatever. There's lots of them just with Fly UK. It's really nice. Cargo ops are good fun. I mean, the only thing I found with cargo ops is the fact you literally have to park somewhere different, like, to where you normally would. So you have to sort of think about parking more. Normally it's just taxi to the terminal. Obviously this thing doesn't go to the terminal. And some airports like Dublin, for example, don't really seem to have much of a designated cargo apron, unlike obviously Luxembourg does, because it's a cargo hub, but there's not many of those airports. So where to park is sometimes a little bit of a tricky thing, especially when you're relying on Fly UK's ops to get you there. But yeah, it should be okay. Sending through flight level 160, we'll go ahead and get the seatbelt signs on. Everyone back there, sit down please. Not that there's anyone back there, so I don't know why we have a seatbelt sign. There's nothing back there but cargo. precisely 32,200 kilos of cargo. Lots and lots of cargo. I wonder how many, you know what, should we do this in like how many bags of crisps? That's 25 grams. 25 grams to, I don't know, so 32,000 kilograms to, we're doing an average bag of crisps here, yeah? Average bag of crisps, which is 25 grams. My maths is not working properly, so kilograms to grams. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of zeros. So, that number, which is 322, and then a number of zeros, divided by 25, we have, whoa, 12, wait, no, that's not, 128,000, no. Why can I not get this? Well, I'm trying to read the number. Yeah, here you go, 1,288,000 packets of 25 gram crisps. That's how much we're carrying, and we're very light. That's mad. Anyway, enough of crazy maths that wasn't really needed. Never mind. It's a bit confusing here. That line there is our go-around line. The missed approach is basically just turn right and try again. I quite like that. It's quite cool. It's like you got it wrong, but you can just take off again and just turn right, and you'll get it right the next time. Who it doesn't really matter, does it? Go-around altitude is going to be 4,000 feet. Actually, no, it's 3,000 feet, and then turn right. So we'll leave that at 3,000 once I turn it down. We'll just leave it at 3,000 then. Just check it has got the ILS frequency in. I know I've had some problems with the A320 recently trying to tune the frequency. This thing should be okay. 110.7 and 238 on the course. The course is meant to be 238, but I'm going to keep that at 243 because I have got a setting ticked to link it to the scenery. If my scenery is saying 243, then that's what it'll actually be. I just want to check as well, RAS Professional wasn't activated, was it? Oh, I don't know. It never seems to work, RAS Professional. Like, half of the time. We're also slowing down to 240 knots here at 10,000 feet. So we need to start slowing ourselves down. Looks like this thing is going to do the slow down all by itself, just by not descending. We've only got 44 miles left to go. On go the landing lights. As we'll rise past 10,000 pretty soon. This thing's doing a pretty good job of slowing down, so that's nice. It's a very steady 600 feet per minute at the moment. It's starting to go a little bit more, and then even easing off again. So it looks like this thing will be able to handle slowing down itself. I don't think I'll have to put any speed brakes in, which is great. Let it all go as planned, and then it'll be down to 210 knots then, shortly after. On approach. Just check our landing speed. We're full flaps landing today, 135 knots. Well, lower turns there maybe. Weather in Luxembourg is now clear actually. QNH is still 1015, 230 at 10 knots. Yeah, no clouds. The clouds have just disappeared, so that's nice. It's very nice. And there you go, we're approaching 240 knots. You can see the ILS there. ILW is there, which is correct. And the plane from Alicante is 20 minutes away actually, so we've closed up. Yeah, we're a lot closer to Luxembourg than it is. I'll still be reporting on Unicom though, definitely. You can see there now this thing has finally, it's actually slowed down a little bit too much. It's going to start a bit more of a quick descent now, hopefully. And the auto throttle just came out for some reason. Because I move the throttle slightly and it does do that sometimes. Yeah, the auto throttle's back in now. If you move it slightly when you're at a certain like thing, it does sometimes do that. But I just moved it by accident. I thought I might have accidentally already nudged the throttle, so I was just checking. As we're passing down into Kilo, we're not going to be below 4,000, so we can set this to 3,000 now, which is the ILS altitude. This can go to runway heading now, actually, 238. Okay, this thing started a bit more of a quick descent now to make sure that we can stay on course. With our descent just 32 miles left to go now, so we're not that far away. Estimated flight time was 1 hour and 24 minutes, so it's looking like we're going to be pretty much exact with that. Might be a little bit early actually, who knows. But yeah, it's looking like we'll be pretty good in terms of the timing then. Luxembourg traffic, Skyway 7563 passing Delta India Kilo onto the ILS runway 24 transition and then on to the ILS runway 24. ETA is 125.0 Zulu. And you can see there's the ILS there, look. So we'll be making our way straight along and then a right turn. See there, we're now onto the approach transition, and we will have to descend quite soon to slow to 210 knots pretty soon. Just passing 7,000 right now, so pretty good. $24 miles to go now, so not far at all. Transition altitude, remember, 4,500, so quite a low transition altitude considering the airport was actually like 1,200 feet in the air as well. Got to remember that we're Luxembourg, so it's actually like we're 1,000 feet lower than we actually are, because it is quite high up. Even though it doesn't really look it, it is. Okay, you can see there that the Lufthansa 68 Alpha is actually taxiing to runway 24, so hopefully that doesn't present a problem for either of us. Should be okay. You can see there's a little green dot to slow down to 210 knots. Since I do need to slow down soon, I'm going to go ahead and bring in, we can only go flaps 1 at the moment, because we can't go flaps 5 until we're below 245 knots, which we're obviously not yet. But it'll just help us slow down later. And we should hit the slowdown point pretty soon, and I'll take manual speed control from there probably. Just 18 miles to go now, so not far. And then, is this thing we're gonna need speed brakes, or we're gonna be okay? Gonna go flaps 5 now to help us slow down. See there, this thing is actually managing the slowdown pretty well, so we should be okay. And we can go flaps 15. I think 15 is the most we can go without the plane shouting at us. Yes, it is, at 230 knots, so we can go 15 now. We can't go any further than that now, because that's the landing speed flaps. So the plane will shout at us and be cross. Checklist, there's just literally, okay, we need to arm the speed brake actually. Let's do that. I'm going to take manual control of the speed now and drop it to 190 knots now. And the speed brake is armed, all brakes are set, we'll just need to drop the gear now, and then we're all good. And we're going to go ahead and enable the approach here, because you can see we are making our turn onto the ILS pretty soon, so we can be established whenever we like really. You can see this thing has recognised the localizer. You can see the little white diamond there for the localizer. And they go, we're making the right turn on now. I might have to put the speed brakes out actually. I didn't really want to, but I think I might have to because I already armed them, but never mind. Just arm them again, doesn't really matter. But this thing's going to start slowing down. We'll go 180 knots now. Because we are just 11 miles out now, so not very far. Luxembourg traffic, Skyway 7563 established on the ILS runway 24, 10 miles out. Luxembourg traffic. Right, we'll track the speed brakes now and we'll arm them. We should be all good. No need to drop the gears just yet. So you can see there, just 9 miles out now. So we're getting closer and closer. There is the runway in question. Looks like we're slightly like out of alignment with that, no? Obviously the course entered, oh no, mine, there you go, I think it's getting us back on now. And we need to go QNH 1015 as well. Which is we are actually a little bit too high, so putting the speed brakes again to help this thing, we are a little bit too high, so it hasn't quite been able to capture the glide slope, unfortunately. So I might have to do that manually. We'll drop the gear now as well, help it slow down. And we'll go 160 knots now as well. And we can go flaps full as well for landing. And yeah, this thing hasn't actually been able to. This thing hasn't been able to get the glide slope, unfortunately. So hold short of runway
2500.
Luxembourg traffic, Skyway 7563, 5 miles out of Luxembourg. Luxembourg traffic. Okay, we'll go ahead and arm our speed brakes and drop this to 135 knots now. And disengage the autopilot. I'll try and catch back up with the glide slope now, because we did miss the glide slope because this thing was not really that fast. I don't know why it just didn't descend below where it sort of should have. Yeah, and you know, nicely the Lufthansa is holding short, so that's great. Very thankful for that. But there we go. We'll go ahead and obviously we can do auto throttle on this plane. Right until the last moment. You can see we're just about to catch up with the glide slope now, so we're all right. You can see the diamond of it there. See, the airport is actually on a little bit of a hill, so that might explain the slightly high altitude it's at in comparison with the terrain. You know, you can see there's a little hill, but it doesn't explain all of it.
Approaching 24.
There you go. Runway 24 approaching. Nice that the Lufthansa chose to hold short. Push the plane up a little bit, having trouble holding this altitude. There you go, we're no longer too low now. So all good, there we go, nice. Happy lights are looking okay. Still a little bit high. There is, well, it looks a bit of a, I don't know what that sort of like tarmac is on the floor there.
Approaching minimum.
It's not on the chart. Oh well.
200. Minimums.
Continue.
100.
And
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Smooth landing, -158, nice. And reverses out. And 80 knots. Reverses in. Stop the clock, flaps in, disarm the spoilers. Hello and welcome everyone to Luxembourg. Landing lights are off, taxi lights are on, and the APU is on. Luxembourg traffic, Skyway 7563, vacated Delta 2. Thanks to the Lufthansa for waiting. Luxembourg traffic. Alright, nice. And we're going to go ahead and taxi into the cargo apron. Just get our gate up quickly. It should be gate Zulu, and yet it isn't. It might be gate F. Yeah, I think it's gate F. There are 8 of them, so that makes sense. We'll taxi Foxtrot 4 then, which is really Zulu 4, I believe. Or at least it should be. Anyway. Luxembourg traffic, Skyway 7563, taxi stand Zulu 4. Luxembourg traffic. Alright, there we go, and 3 minutes quicker than planned as well, lovely. We'll go ahead and disarm all of this stuff now. Flight directors can come off so that the approach thing will go. There we go, and the Lufthansa will probably be taking off now, I assume. Off to Berlin that goes, Berlin Tegel Airport. They're on Airac 2009 for some reason, is what they've got in their flight plan. It says on the remarks. I don't think there was a Airac 2009. I'm pretty sure it's coming in from tomorrow. No? Slightly frozen my sim. Alright, what's happened to my sim? Well, there we go. Sim went a bit strange then. We have to submit the flight now from Fly UK, otherwise it thought the sim crashed. Yeah, the sim did a little freeze there on us. Don't really know why. Oh, there was a new Airac today. I thought it was tomorrow, the new Airac. Well, there we go. Didn't seem to matter on the older Airac though. Luckily, all the charts were still in date. They haven't been updated, so we're alright. Yeah, I did not know about that. I'll update them later then. I thought it was changing. I thought this one ended on the 13th, and the new one started on the 14th. I guess it's a bit different. There goes the Lufthansa. Off it goes to Berlin. Nice takeoff. You can see here's it's a lovely scenery. This actually. You can see there is the cargo area, and that is where we're parking. And the APU is running, which is great. On a left turn here as well, and then I'll be a right turn shortly afterwards into the cargo apron here at Luxembourg. That's the sort of tug that should have been pushing us back in Dublin though, rather than the magic stunt pushback truck thing. That's pretty mad. Alright, taxi into the cargo apron, right turn. Not bad textures on those buildings. Got like what looks like maybe cargo garages where the cargo comes out of. Maybe not the best detail, but again, for FSX and for free, pretty good. This plane isn't moving for some reason. There we go. Actually, we need to disarm the auto brakes as well. There we go. They're already in the disarm position though, so they wouldn't have affected us during taxi. Oh dear. I couldn't see the marshaller and parked way off. Never mind, that's the marshaller's fault for standing inside a building. He shouldn't stand inside a building, honestly. Right, off go with the engines. Yeah, we are slightly in the wrong place, aren't we? Whoa, I shouldn't have gone into slew mode. There we go. Into slew mode, little slew across. That wasn't a very good parking. Well, where's the marshaller then? I love how GSX complains at you, and it's like they have no sense, isn't it? What are they doing standing inside a building then? Right, connect the GPU, off go the parking brakes, because the chocks are on, external power on, APU off, seatbelt signs off, hydraulics off, fuel pumps off, packs off. And request deboarding. Open all the doors. And there we go. Hello and welcome everyone to Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf? What am I on about? Hello and welcome everyone to Luxembourg. Hope everyone really enjoyed the flight. Go ahead and disconnect from the Vatsim network. Now that is the last flight I'll probably be doing on the Vatsim network for... Well, actually I will be doing some off camera probably later this week, but... in terms of actually on a stream, this is the last Vatsim flight we'll probably see for a while until it finally gets integrated into the new sim. And hopefully they'll make a pretty quick job of that. I don't know how long PMDG are going to take to release their 737, but as soon as that is out, and as soon as Vatsim support is fully there, I'll have a decent plane and a decent setup to go and do some Vatsim flying. So that'll be great. See there, they're going to be unloading all the cargo now. Perfect, flight time 3 minutes quicker than planned, which is always lovely when that happens. Just go inside, make sure everything is all off that needs to be off and everything. Yep, looking good. Looking good. I'm going to go ahead and get the emergency lights off as well. We'll go ahead and head outside. Look at this lovely plane. It's a very nice plane, this, the PMDG. Shame I didn't get a flight more, really. But as I said, I bought it, and then literally probably 3-4 weeks later, maybe 2 weeks later, somewhere in that region of time, they just announced, I think it was more like 3 to 4 weeks. They just, out of nowhere, was like, Flight Sim's coming out in a month. Like, really suddenly. Like, there was no release date, and then it's coming in a month. Like, they were pretty quick with it, really. They were very sudden. But I hope you guys really enjoyed today's flight. You can see from the time, look, just 4 days, 9 hours, 1 minute, 26 seconds until the flight sim is coming out. I can't wait. I hope you guys are really excited. But I will see you in the next stream, which will be tomorrow for final week of FSX. Part number 3, going to be going from Reykjavik down to Manchester on Pro ATC X in the PMDG 737. So should be pretty good fun. Hope all you guys really enjoyed. I will see you in the next stream, and I will leave you with the background music. Bye.